So now, as you can see, it's all done, but we still have the sides to do here. So what I like to do for the sides is just load up the brush just like a little bit. I'll put the paint down here with my left hand here. I'll come into it like that, and yeah, as you can see, there's a little bit of like a drip that's fine there. We'll brush it out here. So I'm getting rid of the paint right there. I'm not coming exactly to like the end. I'll turn the brush around to get the other side now. Okay. So now that a lot of the paint is off the brush and it's on here, now I'll come back up to it and work it into the corner and press there and then go out with it. Press there, go out with it. Now as you can see, I'm not getting any paint on the wall here. Very carefully just squeeze the brush into the corner there and go out with it. Now the reason why I do it like this is because it's easier to do that than it is to try to cut down it, especially on like the first coat there. So we'll hit this side right here. Just work it in like that. Down here, and the other side. I know that you can't see it. Okay, so we didn't get in any paint on the walls, and we got all four of the sides there. So that's the way that I prep and put the first coat of primer on previously varnished surface here. So this is just one coat. We're going to let this dry, and we'll come back and do some more prep work. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. I'm just going to move this drop over here to protect the floor here. And so now again, so this is a bonding primer, and this will also work on on new wood too. So I'm going to come over here and I'll work it in this edge here. So that takes care of that edge there. Now I'll load up more paint here and bring it down there. Okay, so it's not all the way to the surface. And we'll smooth that out there. And now I'll load up just a little bit there on the ends. Bring it here, get rid of the paint, work it into the corner here, and pull down. Okay, so I'm happy with that, and now I'll go up and I'll brush it out, or fan it out, or feather it out. So I'll load back up here, come down the middle of it there. I have a lot of paint, so I'll get rid of it like that. Come up. Kind of work the paint in those cracks there. Now the sides can be tricky, so if you can't do what I'm doing here, then just come into the sides like that. Okay, now when you do this, be aware that it will create like a drip edge on that side, but we'll take care of that in a second. Okay, so I'll fan this out here. If you get any on like lower surface, just brush them out so that it doesn't dry. Now come up here and smooth that off there. Okay, and I'll brush that in there and do that there, because right now we're going to come around to this side here and do what we did over there with the edge. So I'm going to load up just like a little bit here. this down, and with my left hand here, I'm gonna kind of get rid of a lot of the paint. There, just work it close enough to that edge there. And I'll turn the brush around now and get the other side there. Okay, now I think I have enough paint on my brush to actually work it to that edge there. Now you might ask, why not just tape off the wall there? And the reason is because after we prime it and paint it, we still have to caulk all the edges, because now when we paint it white, there's going to be that black mark or that gap that is going to look dark, and it's not going to look good with just the white paint. So we're going to want to fill that. So that's the reason why we're not going to tape that there, or why you shouldn't tape. I don't tape, but if you tape it, then you have to caulk it, and then it'll create a line once you peel the tape away, and it won't look good. So it's better to do it freehand. So I'm going to load back up there and work it into this edge here. Come down there, work this close to the edge there. Work it in the corner. Okay, and feather it across there, and then back into there. Roll it up again, put it in the middle. Again, you can come down into it there. And feather that back. Now if you get any on this underside here, just turn the brush like that and feather that off there. Okay, now we'll move to the side here. Okay, now I'll load up and I'll use my left hand here to cut this. Down here. Work it into the corner, pull up. And now there's an area here where we can get more here in the middle. Okay, so that takes care of that. I'll work it up into the corner. Oh, there's a spot right there. Work it up and come down, and that feathers off that there. Now I'm going to paint this here. Okay, that works that. Go up there, work it into the corner, come down there. Check this side right here to see if I got any. If you did, just feather that off there. Now we'll paint this here. I will built it up there, put it in the middle there, and then work it into the corner. Feather off that. Okay, now feather off the surface by going into what I just did right there. Come down here, just load up like that. Now this will put paint onto that edge right here, but it's fine. So we just load up like there, and come back here and feather this edge off here. Come down here, make sure to get the underside. This is forgotten a lot. And once again, there's a bunch of, there's a line there, so I'm gonna feather this off there. Okay, there's a little bit there, so I'll feather that off there. Now with the corners here, I know that you won't be able to see it, so I'm just going to do exactly what I did here to over there. So I'll put this down here. I still have to do this window here, but I showed you what I did over there. I'm going to do the same thing I did to that window to this window here. So we're going to give this a night to dry out, and we'll be back tomorrow to do some more prep work. And so I'll see you on the next one.